Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our playthrough of the whole damn thing of Mass Effect 2. I'm JP Arbiter.
And I'm Captain Jack.
And we are starting where we always start, and that is Omega.
There is so much to get from Omega. Beyond space herpes.
From Vorcha.
Well, you know, they're gentle lovers. I think that there's two times you really, in this series, that you really go to Omega.
You're new
really
here,
get a
aren't you?
feel for it.
I can always
really
tell.
get a taste
Allow
for
me
it.
to.
This being the first time when you come in here.
Hello, Moffat.
I haven't even stepped off the boat, and already someone's giving me a grift.
Right? I love it. I love the fact that the
welcome to Omega.
that you can
Shepard.
almost smell.
You know who I am?
The
Of course,
desperation in
we
your,
had you take the moment you entered the
in the
terminal
hallways.
system.
It's like wandering
of
through
the
downtown
space station.
Hollywood.
Yeah, no,
Aria wants to know
it
what
is,
brings a dead
you know,
Spectre
it's,
to Omega.
you just
I
kind
suggest
of,
you go to
it's
Afterlife
such a
now
wonderfully put
and
together
present yourself.
set piece that you kind of get the feel of it almost.
I'll talk to your boss when I'm damn well ready.
Then you'd better get ready. No one keeps Aria waiting.
I think that it's brilliantly
Afterlife
put together.
now.
Good.
So
And
anyway.
of course, it's the first place that you can get rid of Jacob, so that's, again, why I love it.
And it really helps that we're going to do so by picking up our first squad mate.
Yes.
And one of my favorites, as soon as Edie's done talking to me.
Edie. We're talking about Edie, played by the absolutely magnificent Tracy. Tracy?
Zaid, my son.
Tracy, no.
No, I think I'm getting her name wrong there.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out later. But anyways,
Zaid.
Gotta love me some Zaid.
How can you be South African and Australian at the same time?
Yeah. He's got it all going on. He's got it all.
My contacts told me we're picking up one man.
The thing that I like about Zaid, and we'll be revisiting this recruitment scene when we do his story, but the thing that I like about him is that he is a simple character. He's a professional. He was hired for a job, so he's not going to ask a whole lot of questions, and because he's hired for a job, he's got to give it to you 100%. So that's I respect that. I also respect the fact that he's basically Grandpa Badass motherfucker.
Yeah, he is. He's basically old and cranky, which means he's right up there with my favorite characters because I identify
this mission doesn't
old
sound
and
like
cranky.
good business.
Trisha Helfer.
That's
her
it.
name. That was gonna.
Not Tracy, Trisha.
Good to have you,
that was
Zaid.
going to get to me.
We have a lot
But
to do.
she is sci-fi royalty.
That's what they tell me.
Having been in quite a lot of sci-fi stuff, including.
I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
Including the
No.
Battlestar
I
Galactica.
guess he decided to leave that information.
Well, that was
to
what
the
kind of
CIA.
put her on the map.
It is, and
Because wasn't she
she's
like a
such
Victoria's
great-
Secret model before that?
She was a model, I think, before that, but she's such a great voice. Really great.
You heard the name
She-
Vito
she's a really
Santiago.
great voice actor.
He's the head of
all of the
Open
voice
Science.
actors in this are just
Runs the
phenomenal,
whole organization.
including.
Seems he
our friend
recently
Zaid here,
captured an
who,
elf
again,
Ashland
has kind
refinery
of this
on Sawyer,
combination of a
who's
South
using their
African
workers for
and
slave
Australian
labor. The company
accent,
wants it dealt with.
going on.
I'll make sure we get that.
He's one of the characters
Get it out
that
of the way so we
gets
can
mentioned
concentrate on
a
being
lot
big
in
gun
further
heroes.
games, in later games, in the Mass Effect series, and the Mass Effect.
Why are you running? Why you run?
Yeah, you know you were going to get shot.
Well, were you going to steal the Cerberus frigate that was connected to the dock? You weren't even running in the right direction.
I mean, yeah. Well, what are you going to do here? You're on a asteroid. But anyways, now we can get rid of Jacob. Why are we not getting rid of Jacob?
Oh, we'll do it on the mission right now. I'm just wandering around to take in the full Omega experience.
Oh yes, that smell of desperation.
Yeah, speaking of desperation and urine, for Batarians, and something about Batarians just makes me want to punch them in the face.
They're slavers.
Oh, yeah.
And both of us share a
Maybe you better get out of here before I
hatred
find you some.
for anything that even
Alright,
smacks of slavery.
I've got stuff to do anyway.
And in fact, I think that later on, we're pretty much okay with anything that negatively happens to this group of individuals.
And now, we get to introduce the most important character in Mass Effect. She is a 3-time AAA Omega Tag Team Champion despite only competing in singles. She has been to all 7 continents on Earth during the Industrial Revolution. She likes her Ceres Ice Brandy uniced. She is the only person possibly capable of giving Commander Shepard a hard time. She has her favorite barbecue from the state of North Carolina. She is ARIAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAA She's a minor character, but she is on the top of the minor character list in this series.
She absolutely is. The fact that you cannot get her as a companion at this point in this game, or at any point in this particular game, just offends me. It's just offensive. To me, it's almost, but not quite, as offensive as the fact that you cannot get Rex back.
It's the way I describe this now, even though Thor Ragnarok came out several years after this, is that Arya's characterization is a lot like Hela.
Yeah.
In that she is already the queen of Thick Dick Mountain. Yeah. And she is completely bored with everything you present and represent in what you do.
Yeah. And she is Omega. And that is, she is...
I also like that she's willing to deal with us because she's bored.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the story of my life. Generally speaking, the only reason anybody wants to deal with me is because they're bored.
Gotta be honest here, the most interesting thing happening on this damn rock in, like, the last 25 minutes, so...
Yeah, I mean, and she gets bored quickly.
Well, I mean, she has taken Krogan and Solarians as lovers. I mean, that's quite the range.
It is. I like a good Krogan loving myself. And again, I am still eternally mad that Rex is not a romance option.
Do you think Arya is a full-on dom, or do you think she's like a power bottom?
Arya?
Mm-hmm.
Well, statistically speaking...
I mean, she's not submissive by any stretch of the imagination.
However, a lot of really dedicated submissives are very powerful people in their regular life. And that is a very, very common thing. However, I think in her case, she is the queen 24/7. She does not have downtime. She does not have she doesn't...
Always on.
Always on. So I think she is a power top. And I think that they're...
Not like full-on humiliating dom, just she is in charge, and she primal, I guess, is that the thing?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. With her, I think it's, I also think that she is definitely
Oh, and there's that smile.
Indeed.
She likes the Doctor.
I think that she is well, what's not to like? But I think that in her case, she's definitely a wham bam thank you man. She gets what she wants from whoever she's with and then kicks them out the door. I think that...
Punch your card.
That's right. I think that she is a different person.
No, you don't understand. This isn't a romance. You're working for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Your money's in the envelope.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not a whore. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yes. Yeah. No, I think that, that's how she rolls. If she's going to roll.
Oh, you don't understand. You fuck with Omega, you're a whore.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. However, in this case, we have now, we are getting what we need from her.
I get the feeling that she doesn't look directly at us because she's like 3 steps away from either choking us to death or pouncing on us, which may involve choking us to death.
Yeah, I mean, that's generally how I like people to feel around me. You know, I like to question. I like to have that question going on. Are you going to kill me or are you going to make love to me? I don't know.
There is no love there. It is very selfish and angry. There's a problem in this relationship.
It's true.
There's some things that need to be worked out.
Yeah, they need to be sitting on a different couch with, you know, everybody needs some therapy.
That couch is amazing.
No, that couch has seen some things. And it goes on to see more things.
And then it winds up in a sewer. Spoilers for 3.
Yeah, I mean, spoilers for...
Here, by the way. Okay, gotta talk about this.
Yeah.
This gal, in case you forget, she sent us after 2 crime lords, and then we tell her to keep her nose clean.
Yeah.
And so this is how we find her. And this is where the Mass Effect series kind of fails in regard to meeting its meeting what fans thought were obligations regarding its regarding choices mattering. So many people, it seemed, wanted more of this, but the thing is that it was a bunch of stories that happen in a previous game and then just end.
Yeah.
And so you get oh, by the way, here's a little verbal denouement of what happened to me in the years since, and you'll never see me again.
Yeah.
And that's, and we see a lot of that from the weird side choices we get in Mass Effect 1 and 2, into 3, and the fucked up thing about it is, this is the courteous one. So many of the stuff from Mass Effect 1 turning over to Mass Effect 2, we get from, like, newsreels.
Yeah, I actually like that. I actually dig it. That they have the newsreel thing in there, and that you can, you know, kind of get that. I kind of dug that. However,
it boils over for me though into the controversy of how Mass Effect 3 ended, which when first presented in when it launched was perfectly fine to me, and then, but you know, everyone was like, but you know, our choices should matter. What happens? It's like our choices never mattered. Most of it was just, oh, hey, things just happened, and here's the sudden end.
I'm, you know, when it comes to that, and it comes to the overall, and I think you can't talk about Mass Effect, you can't do anything with Mass Effect without talking about...
alcohol poisoning.
The alcohol poisoning. I'm sorry. You can't do anything about this sort of thing without talking about... that ending, and without talking about how people got mad about it and got mad about the fact, oh, my choices don't matter. Well, dude, here's the thing.
Sometimes things don't matter. How many stories on Normandy Beach ended with the gates to those boats being open and someone being shot in the face?
Well, yeah, I mean that's obviously one angle, but my angle of it is, dude, do you complain? Like, it's... And I get it. You make choices and you want those choices to matter and you want them to have an effect. And I understand it, but it's a video game, guys. You're along for the ride. I mean, yeah, it's a choose your own adventure, but there's a definitive end. There's a definite, you know, you got 3 choices, and that's where all of your things are always going to... And again, spoilers for a near 20-year-old game. I know, right?
Bones!
Or not, I mean, obviously 3 came out later on, but just the whole series. I think that there's something to be said for, hey, just enjoy the ride. Mm-hmm. And when the ride's done...
You get off.
You get off. And, I mean, yeah, maybe you cry a little. Maybe you cry a little.
Especially if you get off with Arya.
Yeah, I mean, if you get off with Arya, you cry a lot.
Going back to the morality system, by the way, I brought up in the last video that sometimes there are renegade choices that just make sense.
Right here.
This is one of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
My wife and I, when we were playing this, I was like, I kind of want to incite the crowd, but no. Literally making him take his medicine is the way to go.
Absolutely.
Because, like,
100%.
you're dead either way, okay?
Yeah.
Your choice is... Do you do it yourself, or do I make you do it?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that that's 100%.
Because you forgot, I'm the main character in this story.
That's right. That's right, son. That's right. You're down on the ground now. You gave me poison booze, and now you're down on the ground dying. That's how things work.
I mean, isn't all booze poison?
Yes.
Anyway. Oh, we gotta dance. We gotta dance for a second. Everyone do the shepherd.
Oh, gods. You know, you would think the female shepherd could actually dance, but no.
No.
No. None of the shepherds.
No. I mean, we did a spacer, if I recall, because we wanted to call Mom.
There are...
But, so no, we're not strictly Canadian, but we're like, Canadian adjacent.
There are a few... there are a few guarantees in this world. And one of them is that shepherd can't dance.
I do like this little teeny tiny side story about Arya's pet Krogan. The guy who ran Omega before Arya.
I mean, I'd like a pet Krogan.
I mean, no, you want to be a Krogan's pet.
I mean, yes.
It's kind of... First off, more mad props to Arya in that she kept a Krogan around.
Right?
I do kind of wonder what Omega was like under his rule, because Krogan are distinctly less tidy.
Yeah, it's true. Violent, I would say.
Yeah.
It was probably exceedingly violent.
Las Vegas under mob rule versus Las Vegas under entertainment rule. Like we have right now. Like, don't get me wrong, Las Vegas is still a very dangerous place if you go the wrong places. But
I mean, both are criminal, but you know, it's it is, but it's just different kind. I think it's a different.
I still wonder a bit about Krogan biology, because you see that their teeth are flat and that their eyes are mounted more on the side than on the front. So, like, that naturally tells me that they were a herd and prey species. Then, like eventually the eyes did evolve to be somewhat forward-facing, but the shape of their face, being so wide, still puts it on the side. So it's like
aquatic.
Really, you think so?
Yeah, they're aquatic. Because if you, or at least semi-aquatic, because if you kind of shape them like they would be shaped in the water, you're looking at a very shark-like look to them. But
well, that makes sense, since they're also an egg-laying species, even in their current evolution. But like at the same time, I was kind of like wondering if we're looking like almost at a monotreme of some sort, like giant space platypus, essentially.
Oh, I mean, it's possible, but I think that when it comes to Krogan, and really, one of the things I think that Mass Effect does, and it doesn't do it extensively, but it does it enough, and it mentions it enough that I like it, and that is that all sentient species did not evolve from monkeys or from a hominid creature.
I mean, Asari. I mean, I don't know what the fuck they evolved from. They are distinctly hominid, but you know, is that their weird pheromones just playing us for fools? You know, for all we know, maybe Asari look like Vorcha. Vorcha, meanwhile, are distinctly bat-like.
Yeah, or rodent-like. So, you know, they could be... I mean, they are batiforms, if one could. But they are... have features of a rodent, as a bat would. I think that...
Turians are distinctly avian.
Yep. But I think that... beyond that, they also go into how intelligent species that can develop that are not humanoid, that are not 2 legs, a torso, 2 arms, and a head.
The Hanar. Perfect example. Or the Elcor, too. I mean, the Elcor are freaking brontosauruses, or dinosaurs.
The fact that we cannot have an Elcor companion bothers me. I would have loved to have an Elcor companion.
Yeah, the problem with an Elcor as a companion boils down largely to
bias. That's what it is. It is humanoid bias.
Size.
Well, you know.
Where it's sort of like the the Bill Cosby comedy routine about how frustrating it is for children because they're down there and the world is built for people up here. You know,
No, you're not wrong, and I get it. But I enjoy the Elcor. I enjoy the
Volus would be an first off.
Volus.
I want to see what Volus look like under the suit. Maybe they aren't human. Maybe their suits are just shaped that way, because so that way they can interact with the environment easily.
That's my that's kind of my headcanon for them, is that they are a slime species. They are a species of
Or like blobfish or something.
Yeah, they're a species of spore mold. Is really how I view them.
I mean, you know, considering they're also in contention with the Quarians for being the space Jews. I mean, the Volus are really like the space Jews as stereotyped by the anti-Semitic, whereas the Quarians are actual space Jews.
Or
I don't know a Captain Gavorn.
Yeah,
I tell him anything.
How does a species evolve like that? Like,
I mean, they could. I mean, yeah, we're looking at them and they're saying because they look like they have big pointy ears and whatnot, but
they're just bone protrusions.
yeah, and I think that they very well.
I still think they're sensory organs. I just think their ears are those 3 holes on their head.
They very well could be a myconoid species.
Myconoid?
Yeah,
My
mushroom.
bio-
Some form of fungi. And they may in fact be fungi.
Keep dreaming, buddy.
But no. There's and here's the thing. I'm sure somebody has read through all of the exposition stuff, and they're going to comment on this video, and they're going to be like, "Well, actually," and that'll be fine. And I totally understand that, and I accept that, and I accept all criticism in the good-hearted, kind, conversational way that it is intended.
Now, Batarians are clearly dog people, but they're not wolf dog, they're pugs. Or like French bulldog descendant with how flat their faces are.
Yeah,
I also like socially how Turians and Batarians are the opposite sides of human culture and their evolution. Turians never got past the Roman Empire. You know, they just don't stop thinking about it. And meanwhile, Batarians are sort of like, what if we became like, you know, the worst that humanity is capable of?
Batarians are just the worst. Batarians are really just the worst.
I mean, that, you know, their whole religion being Batarian supremacist in a way that is very racist.
Yeah.
You know, we are a blight according to this guy.
Yeah. I mean,
So.
Although, having met a lot of humans, I can kind of understand where he's coming from.
Anyway, we got to finish up here because I gotta make the edit for the soundtrack. So, anyway, we made kind of the loop of Omega, and that's all the things, and I'm sure there's more that's going to be going on. But in the meantime, we got to recruit a vigilante. We got to find Batman. So,
Indeed.
you know, we'll be seeing you next time, kids.
Deuces.
Complaining is pointless, human. There's I told you to get lost, lady. The plague has the whole zone quarantined. Nobody gets in.
I'm human, you ass. Humans can't get the plague. Now let me get my stuff out before looters get it.
This thing affects every other race out there. We're not taking chances. Nobody gets in until the plague has run its course.
There's a Solarian named Morden Solis in the slums. I've got to get in there to find him.
The doctor? Yeah, crazy bastard opened a clinic in the district a few months ago. The Blue Suns weren't too happy when he moved in. I hear Morden's trying to deal with the plague. I wish him luck, but the area is still locked down. Our orders are to wait until either the plague or the Blue Suns kill everyone, then go in and clean up.
Listen, you're stuck here till this quarantine's over. That could take weeks. What you really need is to get this problem solved right now. That's what I do. Solve problems. Let me in and I'll get this district straightened out.
You think you can fix this? Why not? Quarantine is more to keep infected people in anyway. I'll radio ahead, tell them you're coming in.
Wait, you're stopping me, but not them? You son of a bitch.
You don't have a grenade launcher, lady. Get lost.
Fortunately, humans are immune to the plague.